Hey YouTube, welcome to Trevor's Vinyl World. Today I want to talk a little bit about a song by 21 Savage. Now, this song paid tribute to Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph, Takeoff, other homies that 21 Savage lost. And yeah, he's taking a lot of heat for it because basically he used the sample from R. Kelly. R. Kelly had a song called I Wish, which came out in the year 2000, back when I was 21 years old. Man, if I could make a time machine and go back to the year 2000, I would totally do that. Back then, R. Kelly was right there with Jay Z. Um, I remember they did a song called Fiesta together. Look that song up. But anyways, it's just very interesting how with our cancel culture, at what point is someone canceled? Do you have to do something really bad? Um, are you sort of on the threshold? Is there a fence that literally people that are close to being canceled, maybe they're close to the top, but they haven't gone over it yet? So today I just want to talk a little bit about that because I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and he didn't believe me when I said that P. Diddy is canceled. I mean, if you Google it, it literally says that P. Diddy is canceled and R. Kelly is officially canceled. Well, that doesn't mean that you can't look up his music videos. That doesn't mean that you can't still listen to his music. It just basically means that the mainstream media is, in a way, done with them. Um, some of these people still have victims out there, and obviously, if R. Kelly or P. Diddy makes some money, it would be great if the victims could somehow get royalties, or I mean, I don't know how that works, but when it comes to music, it's just to me a very interesting thing. Here you have an artist, um, 21 Savage, who about 4 months ago he released an album that I mean, I listened to a little bit of it, and he's one of those artists that I like, but I'm not totally in love with him or anything. I feel like he kind of always has the same delivery, and but I don't dislike him. But I didn't really think too much about his album, and I did notice that the final track on his album is called "I Wish," and it's literally a he took the sample from the R. Kelly song "I Wish," which came out in 2000, and basically made his own version of it to you know, pay respects to the homies in his life that have died recently. I know Nipsey Hussle is one of them. There's like three or four people that this song is, dedicated to, which is awesome. I like that he did that. I I wouldn't say that his version was great. It's a very basic song. Um, Whereas R. Kelly's version is actually better. I mean, I hate to say that, but it is. Um, I was never a huge R. Kelly fan, but he definitely had a couple songs. I know he had that Ignition song. This is the remix edition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. I think everybody liked that song. If you were around back in the 2000s, that was a great song. That was a banger. Um, but I would say that R. Kelly's um, the year 2000, I Wish, great song, great video, and in a way it sort of foreshadowed what was coming for him, which is very interesting. If you go back and watch the music video for it, he's kind of, I thought he was implying that it was like maybe his brother died, or maybe it was like, one of his friends or something. But I guess the song is dedicated to his mother. Um, but basically in the video, he is, talking about it. If he could just see this person one last time, he would give up all his riches, and it's just a very unique, very um, almost inspiring video. And then at some point, he wants answers, and he's kind of like looking up to heaven, and then his mom talks to him. Just a really cool video, I think. And it's sad that at one point R. Kelly was considered the godfather of R&B. I know that at one point that was his title, and now he's incarcerated. He will remain incarcerated for like 20, 30 years, something like that. And he deserves it. Um, Everything from, child sex pornography, I mean, a whole bunch of bad stuff. But I guess what I wanted to just kind of dive a little bit into is at what point does a musical artist get canceled? Because for every R. Kelly, there is Michael Jackson. For every P. Diddy, there is Elvis Presley. Um, Elvis Presley, it is pretty much well known if you read enough autobiographies. Elvis Presley slept with young girls. I mean, I hate to say it, but those are facts. But I guess he was never um, charged in court. So I guess is that what it takes? I mean, I guess that sort of makes sense that to officially cancel someone, do they need to, be charged in a court of law? Um, it's going to be interesting going forward between P. Diddy and artists like that, and then you have artists like Michael Jackson, Kanye West, or Ye. Boy, he's if there's a fence, and if you climb over that fence, you get canceled. I think Ye is he's getting up there. He's getting up to that top level, and it's just sort of one of those things that, yeah. I don't know. I do kind of find it interesting. I mean, imagine being P Diddy's daughter. Like, you still have to live your life, and these artists, not only did they ruin their reputation, their legacy, but their family's legacy. But also, how do royalties work? Like, does R. Kelly, if I listen to an R. Kelly song on Apple Music, does he get that money and then he can pay victims? So in a way, maybe we shouldn't cancel them because um, these victims still deserve money. I mean, it is such a slippery and ugly slope or whatever. Um, I mean, if someone has a problem with it, or I mean, I sort of already looked at the rules on YouTube because I was like, geez, can I even talk about R. Kelly? I mean, it's amazing how far he has fallen. Like if you were around in the 90s, 2000s, R. Kelly was one of the top R&B singers of my generation. And now, I mean, I literally Googled, is it okay to talk about R. Kelly? Like, and I was legitimately like thinking, oh, well, it's probably not. Like, that's how bad it's gotten for R. Kelly. I mean, he did some bad stuff, and he deserves to be in prison. But at what point do we cancel these artists? Um, and then what happens to their royalty music? Do they still get to earn it? And then maybe a percentage of that has to go to victims. So it's just one of those things that, I was talking to a buddy of mine about it, and I don't have all the answers. Um, but at the same time, I just find it sort of interesting. Anyways, if you like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments, who is an artist that is teetering with being canceled that you've listened to their music? I mean, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis. I mean, we could go on and on. And but I love music, and it's a shame that there's some bad people. But anyways, everyone, have a good one.